bog them down.
Yeah. So what's so concerning about this kind of new vaccine technology is, as everyone knows, classic vaccines are either the living version of the germ or a killed version of the germ or proteins that coat the germ. Those things are injected into you, and your immune system sees them as foreign, and your immune system attacks them and creates antibodies to those substances. And that's the classic way that we make vaccines. This new technology is really scary. I basically just want to take a little bit of time to explain how they're doing it. And because I think this hopefully will concern you, the idea of injecting this kind of thing that's going to affect you on a cellular level. It's just super concerning. So basically, they make the vaccine that has portions of the COVID viral RNA. All right. Everyone knows what DNA is. That's in your genes, and that's your genetic code, and that's how your body, makes proteins and tells your body what to do. And in every aspect of how your body functions, it's all based on your DNA. Well, the RNA is basically the nucleic acids in your cells that read your genetic code. Like your RNA sort of like reads your DNA. And then your cells use the RNA to make things, to make proteins and make hormones and make everything your body needs. All right. So some viruses have their own DNA, but some viruses don't even have DNA. They instead just have RNA. They don't even use DNA. They just go right ahead with RNA to make all their proteins and everything. So what they're doing here is they're taking a little bit of COVID RNA called messenger RNA, and that RNA is basically a code on how to make a protein. So then what people are working on is the scientists are putting that RNA strand into what they call a slippery pod made of lipids, which is basically fat. They surround it with a fat coating, all right? And then that's what's going to be injected into you. You get this, these little fat globules injected into you. The fat coating allows these little globules to enter your cells. Your cells are going to take in the fat, the fat globule. They're going to break down the fat, and it's going to release the messenger RNA, the COVID messenger RNA strand. It's now going to be inside your cell. And the mRNA is going to go to the parts of your cells where all of your own messenger RNA goes. Like you have your own cell, you have your nucleus, it has your DNA, your own messenger RNA is reading your DNA, then your own messenger RNA is going to the part of your cells that's going to make the protein. Well, lo and behold, the COVID mRNA is now going to compete for that and go to the parts of your cell called the ribosomes. And the ribosomes are going to read, as they're reading your own body's, messenger RNA to make your own proteins, they're also going to read the COVID viral RNA and start making COVID proteins. They're going to make what's called spike proteins. These are the proteins that surround the COVID virus. These are the proteins that your immune system reads and the proteins that your immune system attacks when it sees the real COVID virus. And your cells are going to be filled with these proteins. Your immune system is going to see all these proteins, and you're basically going to generate antibodies to all these COVID spike proteins that your own cells are generating. And that's sort of the end of the story. Basically, that your cells will generate all these, your immune system will react to it, and you'll develop measurable antibodies. That's the theory. To me, that goes so far beyond what classic vaccine technology does that you're messing with how the genetic mechanism in your cells work